Alright, as the title says, we're going to do a little bit of tinkering here on the Honda. I just pulled it up onto the trailer because I wanted a little bit flatter surface to work on. I could have obviously put it in the garage, but we've been working on trophies and stuff in there. So the plan is to hopefully run this thing somewhere tomorrow. Today is Sunday. You guys should be seeing the video today. So as long as we don't have any issues, the plan is to run this ride tomorrow. I haven't exactly decided where yet. There's two derbies that are relatively close to me that I could go to. Some friends going to one, some family that would want to come watch me run the other. So I just need to figure out who can make it where. If the family can come watch me run, that's obviously always cool to see. So we'll get it figured out. The two possibilities are Rosholt, which technically I live in Rosholt now, but the fairgrounds is about 15, maybe 20 minutes away, and then we also have Shawano, which is a little bit farther, but still not too bad. So we'll probably make that decision in the morning after I hear back from folks in the family that may be able to come watch one event versus the other. So anyway, back to what we're working on here. Like I said, I did drive the Honda up onto the trailer. I was tinkering with it while it was sitting back over there, just enough to get this thing back standing up, because obviously this was all well laid over. Don't mind the bolt that's in here. This is going to come out, but probably not until tomorrow morning. She's just a wee bitty bolt right now, but we're going to pull that out and we'll put a grade 8 in there that's a little bit bigger, but I got to run to a store, and well, there's nothing close to me anymore living where I do now, so I got to go get some more bolts, and we'll get that finished up tomorrow morning before we head out. But I have also decided, on top of changing out the ball joint and make it into a bolt, which I really think you should just do on every one of these Hondas, because any Honda that I've seen run so far, that ball joint's broken. I know a lot of guys are running these things out east. I've got a feeling that they're all taking that ball joint out and replacing it with a bolt. I could ask around like everybody else does, but that's not how I like to do things. I prefer to learn. So we're gonna try this here. It seemed to work on that wagon that Adam ran. So one other thing I'm going to do, let's see if I can get you a view in here. So where this no, that's not the right piece. Hold on. Let's see if we can turn the wheel a little bit so I can actually show you what I'm talking about. Just a plan to try to help give us a little bit more stability, so even if the bolt breaks, I mean, even switching it out to a decent size grade 8, it's still just one single bolt holding the top end of the suspension together. So with the design on these things, I think what I want to do, somebody stuck a chunk of fuel line in my car. Alright. I want to take this chunk of chain, cut her down a little bit, and where that guy is, I'm going to chain, I'll leave it loose because obviously this has to be able to turn. I'm going to chain it back here to the strut, because I feel like if you leave it loose so it's just kind of hanging, it shouldn't interfere with much. If this bolt does break and the whole thing tries to flop back out again, hopefully the idea is, let the car go by, hopefully the chain will stop it from falling all the way out, and maybe it'll keep the axle in long enough that I can still run it back and forth. You're probably not going to get great steering out of it at that point, but it might still be able to let me make a couple more hits and hopefully be able to finish off this damn Honda. So I'm going to get to work on cutting the chain, measuring things a little bit, and then I'll show you the finished product there. Alright, there she is. Finished product that I was telling you about. It's just, like I said, it's just kind of laying floppy in here. Idea being, we'll switch this part out in the morning so that it's a grade 8, but still, if it gets hard enough that it breaks that bolt and this tries to flop over, this in theory should still catch it. This was a lot tighter when you actually I had a jack under here and was pressing it back up to about ride height, and with the wheel turned all the way to the right, this is pretty snug. With it straight, she flops a little bit. But hopefully that'll buy us another hit or two in the event that that top bolt does fail. So I'm going to take the camera inside and get this video loaded so that you guys can see it here yet today, and then you'll see another Derby Day video tomorrow. Hopefully by then we'll know where we're going. We appreciate you following along as always. Get goosed.